All right, so we got market open. We got the Judas swing up, sweeping out, sweeping out all of this buy side. We got the manipulation up at 9:30. Judas swing, drop lower. So it faked out a lot of traders who thought we were gonna go long. Yeah. So let's see if we can make a lower low because we just used this fair value gap right here. So let's see. Remember, if I'm bullish, if I'm bearish, fair value gap supposed to like this and rally away. But if I'm bullish, looking seen it to get used as an inverse. First of all, you want to see if it have the willingness. First of all, you want to see if it have the willingness, right, to get up to equilibrium, right? Then you're looking for to see it break above it and then use it as an inverse to go up. So it's Monday, it's no news. So today is already a low probability day. So today's a day when you already want to de-risk out the gate because it's a low probability day, right? So unless you get clear signs of good order flow, depending on your bias, then you could take a trade. But right now, just by being patient, it's just we're market just open. Remember, we're an observer. So let's see if we get some bullish momentum. Cause we did get a sweep, right? We did get a sweep right here. This low right here got swept. So it looked like what a call going long right now. So my mentor on the Discord going long right now. I don't like this long because I don't see no bullish order flow right now. Now he's probably on a 15-second time frame, so he probably sees something on a smaller time frame. So for me, I wouldn't go long until it breaks above this inverse, and then I want to see it use it. Right, that's a long for me. So let's see. So he says a new day opening gap. Is it one? Oh, right here. So this is how you find your inefficiencies. Is a new day opening gap. This candlestick closed here and it opened here. So if you extend it, oh, he said you want it done today. So I didn't know that. Right now, it literally tapped into a new day opening gap, and it literally stayed in the upper half. Like it literally stayed right at equilibrium. Like it literally stopped right at equilibrium. So look like we is getting some good bullish order flow. We got to change in state of delivery right here. This could be a potential long right here. So it look like we about to close. Look like we about to close above right now. So look like we about to close. So we got to change in the state. We got a potential breaker. Um, so we got to change in the state right here. That's nice. That's nice displacement right there. That's good right there. I like a long here. I still want to wait for a close though. So we do. It look like we are getting a good order flow right now. We're waiting for. We have not yet got a close of this inverse value gap, but we're looking like we're preparing for a new change in the state of delivery. So I want to see it stay in the upper half of this inverse value gap. I don't want to see it come in the lower half. But if we do come in the lower half, we got this last little line of support right here. We got a change in the state right here to rally. So, but it's Monday, so let's just be patient. So like I said, we got a change in state right here with the wicks. So I got the wicks and the opening price extended through. So we did not get no close yet outside of this. Stop loss could be below this right here, but so it came in. So you see how it just came into it. If you could have changed your state, I'm about to go long. That was lovely right there. Ooh, that was lovely. 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 Let's see if we could get that close. Let's see if we could get that close. Ooh, that was lovely. Ooh, that was lovely. That was lovely. Let's see it. I want to see it stay heavy because we got a potential breaker. So we got a low, high, lower, low. We're waiting on it to close. Let me delete this. Bomb. Tap the midnight open. I'm gonna extend this wick. I want to see this wick. If we get a close above this wick, I don't want to. I don't want to see it come down to this lower half because we got a breakaway. Ooh, that was lovely. Oh my gosh. Close outside. We got a breakaway right here, so I'm not expecting this zone right here to get traded to. Stop loss below the breaker, or below this fair value gap. This is a breakaway. Stop loss at equilibrium of the breakaway. Right now, just like that, I'm expecting it to rally away from that. Because now we're coming into this wick. We're coming into the wick. Let's see. It'll be lovely if we can stay in this upper half like this. If we can stay here, so we got accumulation, accumulation, manipulation, and then boom, right to the midnight open. That'd be lovely. Creating a new change in the state. Matter of fact, this is a breaker. This is a breaker right here, actually. Oh, so it came. It came to the breakaway. That's still permissible. That's still permissible. I want to see if it have the willingness to stay in this upper half. I don't want. I do not want to see it come down to the lower half of this breakaway gap. Even though we got some support right here, but this breaker is supposed to hold. Actually, draw the whole breaker. The whole breaker would be like this. So it dove deep into the breakaway gap. So it's not a breakaway gap no more. But that's not what I was looking for. That's not what I was looking for it to see. See what you mean, the boy talking about. That'd be lovely. We could just create this new change in the state. So trade don't look bad right now. We got market open. Did the Judah swing up? Pull it back to an area where I was expecting it to bounce at. Once we realized we was in a new day opening gap, we started getting bullish order flow. So, and sometimes a lot of trades is not. It's just not gonna. I know sometimes it may seem like you would jump into a trade and just boom right to TP, but some days it's gonna just slowly get there, right? It's gonna slowly get there. So sometimes that's why it's about being patient. And then just as long as you're still seeing everything you want to see, you do not like don't let it scare you out the trade. Like this drop could have scared me out of the trade, but we still good. It's still respecting bullish order flow. Like look how it came into this top half, boom, rallied away, creating a new change in the state. So I'm expecting this whole zone right here to bring price higher. But because this is the breaker, I'm not liking how it actually just took the high and came back to the range. Remember, if you want to keep going higher, we're gonna literally expand through ranges. We're gonna expand, right? You see on this high we just created. We literally just we took this little small high and came right back into the range, right? But we did set up, right? We did set up two down close candle to get that aggressive new change in the state. So, let's look at it. Is the body staying in the upper half? The bodies are in the lower half, so that's already like a sign where it's like, remember, we like it to stay here, to stay here. I want it to stay here. It can manipulate like this, but it got two candles, so we did get like a kind of like a immediate rebalance, kind of. But you see right now, it's just accumulating, it's lagging right now. So just be patient, cause you see it's still respecting these down close candles right here. All right, it's still respecting these down close candles right here. So there we go. We get nice expansion right there. I want to see aggressive above these highs, creating a new change in the state. Once you take this high, you can literally put your stop below here. So you see, if we would have left it at the low of the breaker, we would have never got touched. But sometimes you want to wait. You want to wait. You don't want to move your stop too early. So right now, my entry was at 18, and my stop loss is literally below this at 705 right here. So we got a 3R trade. That not bad. I like how we generated these highs right here. So remember, with this close, we created a change in this. We activated a change in the state right here. That's why you see as it came down, it came literally right to the opening price, right? But you see, it didn't have the willingness to create the change in the state. So you just gotta be patient, because nothing is telling us to get out the trade. Nothing is telling us to get out the trade. Like before, I used to get scared out. I used to get just scared out the trade so many times because it's like, oh, it's accumulating, it's lagging. But this is a part of trading. It's not going to move perfectly for you every single time, all the time. But as long as the signs are there, and remember, you got to take the shots, right? You got to take your shots. So what is it? My entry was at 18 here. Stop loss is at this low. Damn, I missed my apartment, bro, because I would have been rolling up right now. Instead of just looking at all this shit right now. All right, so let's see. Let's see if we come down and sweep this little low right here. That's nasty. 705, my stop loss still intact. So now this is something that you don't want to see. So it would be okay just to get out of the trade right here. So it almost hit my stop loss. So my stop loss only 30 points. So I'm risking 30 times 2 was that 26. So I'm basically risking $26 per contract. I only have 3. So my stop loss was literally only $79. Mm-mm-mm. Putting my stop below this low at oh 07 because I'm pretty sure it's gonna come get me. Why not mitigate a little bit of loss? Actually, I'm gonna get out right here. Ain't gonna lie, I'm up. I ain't gonna lie, I'm up though. Do I get out? 'Cause that big drop down was like, you know what? I'm gonna get out green. Fuck that. I'm up. I'm up $12. All right, I'm out of there. So I don't like how it came down here. So even if it do create a new change in the state of delivery, I don't like how that price action is like this. But it can still go. But I just got out because I didn't like how that this breaker's supposed to hold. Not supposed to, but when the breakers fail, like when this right here fails after a sweep, it's like whoa. And then it went too far. So yes, it can still run, but it may just run not clean. But I like how it did leave these highs here at the trend line liquidity. So let's delete this breaker right here because what's really being used right now, what's really being used right now is, damn, that big, wow, isn't that crazy? Oh, we got news in 3 minutes. We got this inverse fair value gap right here that's being used. Mm-mm. So like we created a change in the state right here. That's unfortunate. Changing the state right here. So if it comes down to this zone right here, I'm expecting it to push price higher. If we get a close past. Yeah, how many points I would have been up? My long at 18. We got another breaker. Low high, lower low, higher high, bullish breaker. If it comes back into the breaker, I'm expecting it to literally do something like this. So I came back into it. I'm expecting it to, if it's good. It should hit right to midnight open. Damn, I got out, dog. It's cool because I ain't like what I was seeing, and it's cool because remember if it's good, you want to see it stay in the upper half. You want to see it stay in here. Manipulation and boom, retest, go. So let me highlight this lower half right quick. Put this lower half in red. So it's looking like this one to the low. It just did a deeper pullback than what we wanted. But look at it. If it was crazy, look at the bodies. Look how it this inverse value gap. Look how it uses it. Look, look how it literally stops right at equilibrium. The opening prices, just perfect. So yes, we don't want to see it go down to certain zones, but it is permissible. Like and then you see what happened. We got an immediate rebalance, creating a new change in state, activating this breaker. Low, high, wait, low, high, lower, low, higher, high. We already got to tap back into it. It should run. So let's see. You know what's crazy? Before I would have been extremely upset that I got out, that I manually took myself out. Cause that's another rule. That's another rule I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to manually get out unless it's giving me reasons to get out. That's why I was What's crazy, I was telling y'all that, but I was actually telling myself that. I'm telling myself like, yo, there's no reason for me to get. There's no reason to get out, right? There's no reason to get out. There's no reason to get out. So that's why I stayed in. And that's why I stayed all in, because I'm telling myself. But this crazy retracement right here, I just ain't like. I ain't like that. Cause I see this. I see this too many times. When it does this, it just don't work. It don't be planning out. So that's why the moment I got back to break even up $12, I just got out because I didn't really like how it was okay. And our mentor said it's okay to get out of trades if you don't like the way it's moving. It's okay. The thing is not okay is getting out prematurely because something's making you feel a certain way. That's a no. So let's see. Remember, if we got bullish order flow, you want to see it stay in the upper half. I keep telling y'all that is because I'll need you to remember that. When you see it stay in the upper half of fair value gaps, that's good signs of bullish order flow. See how it's in the upper half? This lower half is unmitigated. So it's like it's using it as a breakaway. So my entry was at what? 18. Right now, I would have been up what? 30 points on the late entry. I wouldn't say late because down here we was just making sure that we was doing bullish order flow. So because usually I would have gotten down here, somewhere down here, but I'd rather be sure than anticipate it. So did we create a change in the state right here? No, we didn't. We were waiting for it. We wicked it. I don't want to. I do not want to see it come back to this bullish breaker because we already did enough work. Like we got 1 week. I got 1 week rally, 2 weeks rally. This one rally. This one. You know what I'm saying? And this one way up here. Now look, you see how it's coming back? It's accumulating. We don't want to see that. But remember, it's not about what you want to see. Oh my God. Damn. I told you, bruh. I be knowing, bruh. I just be knowing. Look at that wick. Bruh, that shit wick. 20-point wick. Oh, shit. 20-point wick. I just be knowing, dog, sometimes. It's just like, why is, because first of all, this first breaker should have worked. The first breaker should have worked. It gave us everything. We got to sweep, we got to pull back into an area where we're expecting bullish order flow. This breaker was supposed to take us higher. So the fact that it was doing a lot of just, like, what the hell is going on? We aligned with time. See what I'm saying? So it's just like, and it's Monday. No news. It's already a lower probability date. Every Monday that you see, and there's no news, like there's no real high impact news, red folder news, it's a low probability day, which means is it's not gonna run how we like to see it run. Right? Remember, we like to trade like this. This is how we like to trade. Right? Low probability days. You see the 8:30 open. You see how it comes to 8:30 open. Run away. Leave it. Come back to the 8. Leave it and come back. It'll run and come back. We don't want to trade in this range. Now you can take trades in this range. Right? Right? By doing what? Support and resistance setups. This would be the only trade you can do. Right? With trading the way we trade, ICT concepts. You can sell here. I mean, buy here. Back and forth. Back and forth. So as you see right now, what is it doing right now? So this line right here is what? 8:30 open. We got midnight open above us. Look what we've been doing. Midnight open, we're attacking it. So we're accumulating, accumulating, accumulating. Market open, sweep out some of these highs, manipulate, go lower into the area. This is exactly what we wanted to see. Now we're getting bullish order flow. But look what it's doing. It keep returning back to the 830 open. Look how it just keeps coming back to this white line. That signs are low probability days because why? We keep returning to the opening. We keep returning to these opening to this 830 open price. Right? That's why a lot of people they'll wait till like 10 o'clock. A lot of people will wait till 10 o'clock because that's when sometimes it kind of cleans up. Like you see it, right? It is going up, right? But look how it's going up. This is good. This is good. It was supposed to make a higher high here. You see what happened? It made a lower low. And then look what happened. Look at the wick way down here. No, you get burnt a lot in here. So that's why I'm done for the day because I already see how it's moving. Unless we start getting some clean price action. Until we get clean price action, I'm about to go roll my joint. So right now, this is the range that we're in. This high to this low. So you see how the wicks, this is what I mean by, this is what, not I mean, but this is what they mean by the wicks do the damage. Right? The wicks do the damage. But the bodies tell the story. You have to realize what's really going on. See what I'm saying? So let me just explain my trade right quick. So we got a sweep right here. We were targeting London lows, but we started getting bullish order flow a little bit earlier. Right? We get the sweep into this new day opening gap. You see how it literally stopped right at equilibrium of the new day opening gap. That's signs of bullishness, and we're running away from it. So now we're just looking for bullish order flow. So with bullish order flow, you're looking for any PDRA that's bearish. You're looking for it to get disrespected and to get used as an inverse, right? So right here, what did we do right here, right? What did we do? That's why you want to be patient. Look what happened. Test the inefficiency, create a lower low. Test the inefficiency, came back down. Test the inefficiency, then we finally broke about. But look at the wicks. The wicks are up here, not the bodies. So you want to be patient. Be patient, right? Once you see this, boom, expansion, bullish order flow, come back, which is the breaker. This one it was supposed to run. So from this point right here, that's when it kind of went too low. I don't like this. That's why I got out. The moment it came back into my entry, got out. Only lost. Well, I'm up $9, and then after that, it's just been back and forth. You see how it's just been back and forth, back and forth. Big wick, back and forth. So depending on where you put your stop at and all that stuff, yeah, it's not looking too good. It's looking like it's gonna be sloppy today. But anyways, it's 10 o'clock. I'm done for the day. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. I'm about to do some editing right quick, roll my joint and get my day started. So right now on the live account, as you see on the live funded account, I'm only up what $9. This is a live funded. You see that I'm up $89 overall on the live funded account. I got about 13. I got about 13 days of plus $200. So I can potentially cash out, but I'm not in the profit yet to cash out. So I got like 10, like 12 or 13 days over $200. So I'm not in the negative. I'm only up what $89 right now, and I had this live account for about 2 months. So we're doing pretty good. Learning from our losses. That's the key. Learning from your mistakes. Find out where your mistakes are and just learn from it and just focus on that. Remember, day by day, just looking to get a little bit better. A little bit better. This is a marathon. This trading game is a marathon. Right? You're not gonna get this shit overnight. Ask Chef Des. Like it's something that you're just not gonna get overnight. Like the more you like, it's a just a learn, implement, learn, implement, learn, implement, and just keep getting better and better. You see what it's doing right now, right? Look how it's generating these lows. Yes, don't get it twisted. We can go higher, but look how sloppy that was. I'm not even upset that I missed this. But look at all the lows that it's generating. Remember, the market loves to do four things: generate liquidity, Rebalance to equilibrium. So look at all these lows that's getting generated. See what I'm saying? So yes, it did get to the target. Yes, it did up here. But look how sloppy it was. Look how much drawdown you would have had to sit through. Look how much just not even drawdown, just look how much just uncertainty, right? So let's say let's look over my play, right? I went long at 18. You feel me in 18? Nah, all right. Stop loss would have been where it was here. If I would have left it, I had it below. I would have never got taken out. So let's look at it. Got in here. Okay, we get a nice rally. This breaker was supposed to hold. Rallied up a little bit, pulled back, swept out this low, left this intact. Yes, see how it did respect everything. It respected it. Stop loss stayed below this low. It was good. Pulled back. Even this wick, this long ass wick that stopped a lot of traders out right here. Look how far it stopped right here. It left this low intact. It left this low intact. So in actuality, we would have been good. We would have never got our stop loss would have never literally got hit, and TP would have been right now at midnight open. So not great price action, but it ran. And my mentor, he got in where? He got in way down here, right? He got in like where? He got in like down here, right? I feel like it was a premature entry, but on the 1 minute chart, it may be premature, but on the lower time frame chart, sometimes it will show you everything you're looking for it to see. So that's why I'm waiting. I'm waiting for a change in the state of delivery. No change in the state. We get the first change in the state right here, right? But look what happens. We're still inside of this one. We're still inside this 1 minute SIBI. So you gotta wait for it to close. That's what I do. I wait for it to close and then get in. Then let it come back in, and then I buy in. I buy in again as it's coming back into it. All right, that just works for me. Now, my mentor, he says, well, ICT literally says, you don't, any inverse fair value gap that you're looking for it to use, you do not have to like wait for it to close because you're already expecting this SIBI to get used as an inverse. Remember, if I'm bullish, I'm already expecting this change in the state and then this inverse fair value gap. So once it creates the first one, he said you don't have to wait for it to close outside of it. Like once you see it, once you're ready to get in, you can just get in because you're expecting. But I don't like that because I like being more sure. So I like for it to wait and then come back in and then to run away. So, but besides that, that's the trade right quick. And let me go look at ES to see if ES created a SMT at that high right there. There's no SMT. No SMT, so anyways, I'm done for the day. It got this fair value gap right here. So let's see this fair value gap. So look, lack of displacement. So look, we swept this midnight open high, right? We swept it. We came back into the range. So now for reversal, this same bullish fair value gap, if you're bearish, you will be expecting it as an inverse, right? But if you're bullish, remember, if you're bullish, you're looking for it to do this. But if you're bearish, you're looking for it to do this. Use it as an inverse. Break through, use it, and then drop. Cause we got this change in the state right here. But it's all I want to say about displacement. Displacement. So let's just say this midnight open was a high, right? We swept the high, but look what happened. We came back into the range. We lack displacement through these highs. You want to see displacement through highs, leaving a fair value gap, right? So let's say this high was a high, right? It break through. This is what I mean. You want to see it leave a fair value gap as it's breaking through. So Once it breaks it, it can literally leave it and then come back, retest it, and to go up higher. But I'm not the type of nigga to sit at the charts all day and look for a trade. My trade already happened. My trade already presented itself. I'm done for the day. So I would be watching it from time to time, but if nothing cleans up, I'm not trading. Right? Because I'm still actually expecting it to come to this level. This is where I'm really looking for it to come to. Because look, we haven't pulled back to the range equilibrium of the range. Right? Look at the fib. If I draw a fib right before I go, if I draw a fib from this low, from Thursday's low, last Thursday's low to this high right here, look, we haven't had got no meaningful pullback to equilibrium of the range, right? So we got some relative lows right here. So this is where I'm kind of looking for the price to go. But if we take these highs, it is what it is. But anyways, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. If you did take that trade, shit, you would have made a little bit of money, unless you pulled your stop too quick and it would have stopped you out. So I'll catch y'all on the next one, and I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow. Let's get it.